Black Light. He's speaking on social engineering and how they can engineer, design your behavior. Another way they use is religion. People talk about religion like the only two or three religions that's trapping our people is Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Well, anything can be a religion. What you do repeatedly could be also described as a religion. And the word R-E, comes from the word Ra, or Re, or Re, which means to repeat. You got recycle, you got this and that and other. Well, anything means to do over and over again. And this is how they study human behavior. They study the black man's behavior. These are a different branch of psychology. They have various branches of psychology where they psychoanalyze and study human behavior. And the government employs a lot of different types of psychologists to study the habits of man. And they have hundreds, and if not thousands, of psychiatrists studying the black man and woman here in America. And once they study you and find out your habits, then they begin to design a test to see how you would react in different situations. See how you would react in a different environment or whatever. And then here in America, they started studying you the moment you are born. They studied the parents the minute they were born. And through your educational system like school, they study you. And all the while they're programming you to behave a certain way. It's almost like hypnosis. They have a way of hypnotizing you, and it don't take on everybody. For everybody, there's a different method or technique for individuals that don't fall in line right away. And the same thing they do in with medicine, or but they mostly study the mind. And because the mind can produce a lot of different reactions. Now, the reason why I know a little bit about it because I studied a couple of semesters in school, college, just a little bit. And the little bit I read spoke volumes to me about the black people because the school that I attended was a black conscious orientated type environment here in Detroit. And they geared all their studies towards deprogramming the black man and black woman. That college no longer exists. So we're going to talk about how religion, all types of religion, black studies can be a religion. How all types of religion, or in particular Christianity, can be a religion that programs the black man and black woman. And the reason why I'm bringing that up because today is Good Friday. And it's the day that they crucified, they say they crucified. It's the story of Jesus being crucified. So we're going to examine real fast that whole story about Jesus. We're not going to stop to let you catch up. So you got to follow this real quick. Jesus is a character in the Bible that actually describes many stages of the black man. Jesus, as a baby, was being stalked by the king to be killed because the king and his scientists were looking for a savior for the people to save them from the clutches of the beast, which was the Romans. The king was a flunky for the Romans, the king and the Pharisees, because the Romans were occupying that region. So Jesus' mother got word that the king was going to kill her, so they fled to a faraway place called Egypt, the center of enlightenment. Jesus came back to the place where he was born, with this supreme wisdom that he wanted to lay on the people. And when he came back, the king that wanted to kill Jesus was dead, but it was still in place to kill him. It was in his files on record to kill this one they call the Savior. And the Pharisees were also made aware of this, who were the preachers at that time, the religious preachers. And so Jesus went on his mission to enlighten his people. This enlightenment will also save them from the clutches of the beast, the Romans. So eventually they caught up with Jesus, teaching. He was on the move, teaching here and there. He had a small following, a band of men he called his disciples. There was 12 of them. All of this is symbolic talk. And one of them turned on Jesus, and he was a hypocrite and a traitor, and he sold Jesus out for some gold, and they put Jesus on trial. The people that Jesus was trying to save turned on Jesus because they were scared of the Romans, and they really kind of hated Jesus for trying to wake them up. And they gave Jesus up to be crucified. And the day is called the Good Friday because this is when they put Jesus on the cross to be crucified. That cross also represents the crossroads. This is where we at now with the black man and black woman. So we're going to come back with some more of this teaching, analyzation of the black man. Black light out.